High above the clouds, at an altitude of 29,000 feet, the Himalayan death zone is an unforgiving wasteland of jagged ice and roaring sub-zero winds. It is universally recognized as one of the most hostile environments on Earth.
But to Jax, it is simply a highly toxic ecosystem that is severely impacting his morning stand-up meeting. Standing perfectly upright, his hyper-groomed silver-gray fur miraculously maintaining its salon-quality volume, he is not looking for a snow cave to survive. Instead, he is aggressively tapping the glowing neon blue smart collar around his neck, utterly furious that the catastrophic drop in atmospheric pressure is causing lag on his remote call. As a violent blizzard rips across the glacial ridge, threatening to hurl him into the abyss, Jax merely scoffs, mentally drafting a blistering email to HR about the mountain's complete lack of synergy. He simply does not have the bandwidth for this level of unprofessional weather.
The biological reality of the death zone quickly makes itself known as severe hypoxia sets in. Jax's lungs begin to scream for oxygen, and the agonizing onset of deep freeze hypothermia starts gnawing at his immaculate paws. For a fleeting microsecond, raw animal survival instincts almost surface, until his neon blue collar emits a sharp, piercing ping. The curved screen flashes a critical alert. His remote team is waiting in the virtual lobby, and his daily connectivity metrics are plummeting into the red. Instantly, the impending threat of lethal asphyxiation is completely deprioritized. To Jax, passing out from a lack of oxygen is simply an unacceptable excuse for going offline, and he absolutely refuses to let raw nature disrupt his Q3 deliverables. He glares down into a crumbling, bottomless glacial crevasse as if it is an incompetent project manager, frantically adjusting his collar's settings to prioritize Wi-Fi over his own life support. As his vision literally begins to blur and tunnel from oxygen starvation, his only genuine panic is that he might have to circle back on this sink asynchronously. Against all biological odds, a faint signal punches through the freezing atmosphere. A satisfying corporate chime rings out from his glowing collar as his avatar officially drops into the virtual stand-up lobby. Jax experiences a euphoric, delusional rush of corporate validation, completely blind to the massive, terrifying avalanche that has just broken loose and is roaring down the peak directly toward him. He stands victorious in the snow, entirely convinced he has successfully optimized his morning workflow. But his triumph is cut brutally short. The neon blue screen suddenly flickers, replaced by a terrifying flashing red warning. Battery at 1%. Jax gasps in absolute, genuine horror. Realizing his actual most critical failure, he forgot his fast charging cable. Now that is a true hard stop. If you want to see if Jax survives his next disastrous offsite, and to catch weekly premium 3D Tech Bro satire, subscribe to Zero Signal right now. Hit that like button before the avalanche fully syncs with him, and we will see you in the next ecosystem.